Unless you have a booming real estate business, it's not every day that you sell a home or that you're gonna have a closing. And that's perfectly normal. Believe me, there was a time when I was on average closing like 1 to 2 homes a month. During that time though, I still needed to make money because the amount of money that I was making and that I had coming in wasn't equaling the amount of money that was going out. That's when I decided to find a way to make some sort of passive income. I decided to do this through tapping into the rental market. This is a market where not a lot of agents actually work in, so I saw it as a golden opportunity to really create a passive income. Now, I'm not talking about getting properties and renting them out or becoming an investor, because everybody's not in that position, and it does take a lot of money and it takes a lot of time. I'm more so talking about you helping tenants get into rentals. So in this video, I want to tell you why I chose to do this, how I did it, and how you can do it too, if that's something that you want to do. So stay tuned. So let's first discuss what passive income is. A pretty standard definition of passive income is money that you have coming in on a consistent basis that requires minimal effort on your part to get it and maintain it. What does that mean? It simply means you can have consistent money coming in without having to do a lot of work. Honestly, y'all, this was the money that maintained me and kept me afloat in between closings. It was actually a pretty good thing that I decided to start working with rentals when I did. Although my end goal was to get home sales, I realized that not a lot of people in my network, especially with me being young, were out there trying to buy a home every day. But everybody needs somewhere to stay, so rentals were the perfect opportunity for me to make some money with the people that I did know or the people that I was encountering, just simply because of my age and my experience level. A majority of my friends were either living in apartments or they were in rental homes that they got roommates with, and so it was such a golden opportunity. With my real estate license, I am able to help people with rentals. And if you have a real estate license, you most likely can help people with rentals also. But the biggest thing that was so good about rentals is that they literally took a quarter of the amount of work as compared to selling a home. There are 3 things that I had to focus on doing. 1, making connections with apartment complexes, and not only making connections, but seeking out the ones that would be willing to pay a real estate agent commission. 2, market to my network that I can help them with rentals, or simply just make people aware that I can help them with rentals. And 3, get people in the door and make sure that they sign a lease. Here's how it got really easy. Pretty much all apartment complexes have on-site leasing agents. And so the biggest thing on my behalf that I had to do was simply just get people in the door. From there, they normally take over and they'll sell the units for you. In order to get paid, all my client had to do was let the leasing agent know that I sent them. But in order to make sure that this happened, I had to place processes into my business so that anybody that I send would literally want to say my name for one reason or another. Over time though, this process has become a lot simpler since more agents are doing it. More apartment complexes and rental communities are starting to put in processes that make it a lot easier for us agents. They've built in systems to notify me of availability, commissions, and even specials so that I can pass that over to people that I'm working with. Here's where it gets really easy, and I guess where it turns into that passive income. Everything can be done from a computer. You don't have to get into your car. You don't have to drive clients around. You don't even have to show the units. It's literally just a few clicks of a button. Catch this, with you being a real estate agent, these are still your clients. And so most of them, when their lease is up, they're gonna need another place to live, or they're gonna wanna purchase. And so you still wanna treat people like clients. Doing this, I was able to fill my pipeline with the exact clientele that I wanted. I knew that they would continue to bring me money. And I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm just simply doing it to make you aware that this is possible. Here's an example of the action. This is a text message that I received from one of my leasing agent partners. This is at a real apartment community, and they're telling me how much they're paying, what specials they're giving, and also including a video of the community because I hadn't been there yet. But this is just someone who I've made a connection with at another community that has transitioned over, and they are still keeping me in the loop because they know that I send them business. So what I did with that was I looked in my database and found a match. Well, actually I found a couple of matches. So these were people who their leases were about to expire. I just simply sent them a text message and I had 3 people in the door within a matter of days. So here's how you can start making passive income through rentals. First, you need to find some lease clients. Although they're everywhere, you still need to find and capture them. Secondly, you need to know how the operations work in leasing. You're still a real estate agent at the end of the day, and so you need to be able to articulate what goes on during the leasing process to your leads and to your clients. Next, you need to know how to work with the apartment communities, including finding the deals, finding the ones that are willing to pay you a commission, and getting on their good side. And lastly, if you want to go the extra mile and really build a big business for the future, you need to know how to convert these tenants to buyers at the right time. Knowing this information, you should literally be able to make a few $1,000s a month on the side. And if you do it right, it will set you up to have a pretty big real estate business within a matter of years, especially as these tenants convert over to buyers. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to do this, but it will take a lot of time and it will be a bit tedious. So what I decided to do was actually create a program around all of this, giving you all this information that I just said that you want to know. If that's something that you might be interested in, just click on the cards or click on the link in the description. Y'all, this is something that you can make some real money with, and it doesn't get in the way of you selling. You can still be a listing agent, you can still help buyers, but you can have this money coming in on the side because it's so quick and you don't really have to do a lot. And it's so good when you're, like I said earlier, in between sales and you have these rental checks coming in. So I hope this information has been helpful, and I hope that it can inspire somebody to take some action, especially if you're trying to create a passive income with your real estate business. I love to keep this conversation going, so leave me a comment below and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I release videos like this all the time, and I want you to be a part of my YouTube family. So until next time, I'm Chastin J. Miles, and I will talk to you soon.